Good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm back on board. Today we are operating an EasyJet service from Gibraltar to Gatwick. We've got a flight time today of roughly 2 hours 20 minutes it seems, according to SimBrief, and we should be cruising at an altitude of 38,000 feet also. See, the weather here in Gibraltar is pretty nice. There's a bit of cloud off the coast there, but it shouldn't affect us too much. And routing across Spain and parts of northwest France into the UK. Should be a fairly good trip all the way across according to the forecast, so we'll see how it goes. See if the Sims live weather feature actually works. So let's get first things first. So QNH is 1018. 1018. And now let's come down to the FMC and start getting things going. Let's go ahead and request our flight. So here we go, departure and destination, Gibraltar to Gatwick with an alternative of Heathrow. Flight number today is EZ2201, cost index today 31, and our cruise flight level is 38,000 feet. Nice, next zero fuel weight. That fuel on board today is 8.1. Performance, we'll take flaps 2 today, up of 1.0. Flex temp is 56. Our V speeds are 130, 134, 138. And throttle reduction at 1500 feet today. Nice. Program Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. So our destination, as you can see, 927 nautical miles direct as the crow flies, and our flight plan is given as 966, so it's not too bad. Departing today from runway 09, and we have no SIDS at Gibraltar, according to the sim, and SimBrief says the same. Not SimBrief, Navgraph. We'll put in our destination data a bit closer to the time, just in case the weather's change en route. So we'll come back up here. Let's get swing lights on. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking signs are also on. And here we're starting to look good. Right, so fuel is already on board, which is what we want. Let's plan our push back, shall we? Love this tool. It's really good, really handy. Now, at the time of recording, I haven't got GSX just yet. I've not pulled the trigger on it just yet, as I've heard very mixed reviews. I think a lot of people seem to be saying that it's a bit too premature for its release, so I'm going to give it another couple of weeks, I think, before I pull the trigger. Let's go ahead and get rid of the catering truck and the jet bridge. Yep. Scenery I'm using today for Gibraltar is the Asobo scenery. Again, good scenery. Yeah, it's pretty decent, and with a view like that, can't complain, can you, really? Let's go ahead and request our pushback. Beacon light on, ready for push.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and crossing.
There's the lift. And brakes off.
console, as well as shop site. Are you ready to see aircraft display special and jump firmly on the red tab? Also going into the tubes on both sides. A locator light on the shoulder will turn on automatically in weather, and remember, never place your vest inside the aircraft. This Airbus A320 is the emergency exit, 2 doors in the front, 4 window exits over the wings, and 2 doors in the back. Each door is equipped with an evacuation slide that can be detached from the aircraft and used as a ramp. All exits are clearly marked with a sign overhead. If necessary, floor level lighting will illuminate the aisle top and find the exit. Please take a moment now to locate your closest exit and remember it may be behind you. If there is a change in cabin pressure, 4 oxygen masks will drop from overhead. Firmly pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, pull your elastic bands around your head, and tighten the straps on both sides. Even though the bags are non-inflated, oxygen will be flowing. Be sure to put your mask on first before helping others, and we'll let you know when it's no longer needed. We'll be passing through the cabin to make sure we are ready for departure. You can help us by making sure your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat back is upright, your key table is stowed, and all tiny enough to fit away. If you have any questions about the safety features of this aircraft, please don't hesitate to ask. Smoking, use electronic cigarettes is never allowed on any flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoking detectors and exit restrooms is a federal offense and could result in a fine. For your convenience, this aircraft has 3 restrooms, one in the front of the cabin and 2 in the back, and each is equipped with an changing table. We'll be assisting on the lane for departure. If you use service, we can land about 15. Prepare to make sure you have a comfortable flight. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy this experience.
There's the rock. The famous rock. Gateway to the Mediterranean. That's what you call it, isn't it? That's why the Spanish want it back. Brakes on. You ain't getting it. So things are coming up now nicely. Train on that second engine to stabilise. Obviously we're just being let go and drop down now. So let's go flap 2. Taxi. Engine is stabilising. We are good. So brakes off. Quick brake check. There you go. There's the air traffic control tower. Grandad used to work in there when he was in the Air Force many years ago. Gibraltar was always one of his favourite places, I think. I always loved it. Back then they used to get a bit more traffic than they do nowadays, but even so. Great, alright. Let's get the stopwatch going. And let's punch it. Says V1, rotate. Up. Positive rate, okay, coming up. That view, eh? Cracking. Feet, just climb thrust, that's about that going on. Climbing away now. Change over to standard. These lights can come off, retracted as well. And away we go. Hi guys, welcome back to the fly deck, and we are nearly at Gatwick now. We're just flying in on our star, and as you can see, not far to run. So we're just heading towards May VOR. I don't know if it's got another acronym on top of that, but yeah, nearly there. So, spoilers set, speed brake, whichever you want to call it. Brake set to low for landing. Landing lights are on as well as they are. Speed signs are on. Yep. Landing information is entered into the system, which is what we want. And yeah, they're coming down now to 2,000 feet for the approach. It's ILS approach 26 left is what we're flying into today. Yeah, nearly there. It's been quite an enjoyable flight so far. Pretty smooth sailing. Can someone tell me why Gatwick closed one of its runways? For me, it doesn't make sense. For as busy an airport as it is, I know it's not like quite Heathrow standards, but still. Surely it would make sense to have both runways operational. Surely. I just don't understand why it would be closed, but hey ho. That's why I don't own the airport. It's glorious as always. It just looks fantastic. Never actually flown with EasyJet before. I've heard they're a decent airline though. Most of the time. Those of you that have flown them, how did you find them? Get a bit bitty around here. You can tell you're near London. We are ready for the approach. Should be going on soon. So there's the airport. Weather is fairly nice down here, bit breezy. As you can see, 14 knots. But it looks like it's probably not going to be a crosswind for us. Not too much of a crosswind at least anyway. Should start seeing the localizer alive in a second. Glide slope's alive. Localizer is alive also. So get that on so it captures it. Visual with the runway. Flaps 3. Should capture the glide slope in a second once we switch to approach. Engage that, we should capture it. Full flight. I saw a while back there was a news article somewhere, and I think it was Gatwick. Someone put in the field, like on the approach, "Welcome to Luton," just to throw people off. Thought it was quite amusing. I can imagine the people that saw it were like, "What? The actual?" Yeah, as you can see, we're more or less pretty much straight into got a headwind. Which means we're not being buffeted around too much. Still having to work. Quiet motorway.
$400. 300.
Continue. Autopilot.
200.
Autopilot coming off.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Oh,
Too low, terrain.
why did my gear not come down?
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
That's
50, 40, 30, 20, 20. Retard. Retard.
blimey. I thought I put my gear down. That's yeah, not what you want. At least we got it down just in time. Flaps coming up. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on. Strobes off. Let's go and get the APU fired up. And we're good. Yeah. It's just a case of finding the gate. I assume this is just more of a taxiway now, seeing as though it's not actually a runway anymore. Like I said, if anyone's got any background or knows why this isn't an active runway anymore, just let us know. Curious. Seasonic for Gatwick Amusement's freeware. Absolutely fantastic. Available from FlightSim.to. It's definitely worth checking out for sure. I have to make a note there just to in future just to confirm that my gear is down. Can't believe that happened. I remember putting it down there. I put it down on turning base. I'm turning for finals at least anyway. So there's our catering truck. So we know that's our gate. So let's go ahead and turn the taxi light off so we don't blind the marshaller. I've stood in front of jets myself when the lights are on and they are blinding. Absolutely blinding. Almost there. Come on. Brakes on. APU is online, and let's go ahead and shut down there. And go ahead and request our jetway so the passengers can start to deboard as well as everything else. And there we have it, folks. Gibraltar to Gatwick, and we landed successfully. It wasn't a belly landing. As always, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. It really does help me out. And until next time, I shall see you later. Bye.